Hello students. In this session, let us discuss about the problems that are related to cross-Cannizzaro reactions. We know that Cannizzaro reaction is a disproportionate reaction facilitated by the alkaline medium, and absence of alpha hydrogen is an essential condition for this one. Okay, so alpha hydrogen must be absent. This is an essential condition for Cannizzaro reaction. All those things we know. So when benzaldehyde is subjected to the Cannizzaro reaction in the presence of alkali medium, benzyl alcohol and sodium salt of benzoic acid will be obtained, right? So write the equation. When you take 2 moles of benzaldehyde treated in dilute sodium hydroxide solution, surely we will be getting C6H5 CH2OH, a reduced product, and C6H5 COO minus Na, sodium salt of benzoate. So both the products will be obtained. When formaldehyde is taken, because when formaldehyde is taken, then we will get methanol and sodium formate, right? Sodium formate, no doubt about it. But these reactions are straight Cannizzaro reactions. We will encounter problem only when two different aldehydes are taken, that is cross Cannizzaro reaction, right? So let us discuss this one. CCl3 CHO plus HCHO. Both the aldehydes doesn't have they don't have alpha hydrogens. When I subject these two into cross Cannizzaro reaction, then there are two possibilities. I may get CCl3 CH2OH plus HCOONA or CCl3 COONA plus CH3OH. So there are two possibilities of products. To understand this, we need to know the mechanism of the reaction. So the mechanism is, let us consider an aldehyde which doesn't have an alpha hydrogen. So in the presence of an alkali medium, this OH minus attacks the carbonyl carbon, due to which pi bond between carbon and oxygen will get shifted towards oxygen. So I will get an alkoxide anion. Now in the presence of an undissociated aldehyde, this oxygen, the negative charge on the oxygen, reforms double bond. So carbon hydrogen bond shifts heterolytically and hydride ion will be generated. This hydride ion attacks the carbonyl carbon of another aldehyde. So this product we will be getting RC double bond O OH plus RCO minus H and H. Now this step is the rate determining step. As the carbon hydrogen bond breaks, that step is the rate determining step. Now after this, proton transfer will happen. Proton transfer, that is, this hydrogen will be abstracted by this oxygen. So I'll get an alcohol and an carboxylate ion. Now let us understand the stability of this carboxylate ion. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace this R with the possible alkyl groups. Let us see the previous example where CCl3 CHO plus HCHO were taken. Okay, now here if my R happens to be my CCl3, what happens? CCl3 C double bond O minus. If my R happens to be this just a hydrogen, HC double bond O minus. Now I need to find out the relative stability of these two ions. Of course there is a carboxylate ion, so electron withdrawing groups will increase the stability of anions. We know that. So electron withdrawing group increases stability. This we have studied. So this is more stable than this one. That's why this compound will preferentially become acid, and formaldehyde will preferentially become alcohol. So that is what we have studied. So please students understand, the electron withdrawing groups, the compound with electron withdrawing groups will become acid or sodium salt of acid, and the compound which doesn't have such electron withdrawing group will become alcohol, right? Now let us discuss some cases. Here I have taken parachlorobenzaldehyde and paramethylbenzaldehyde, right? Here we know that this methyl group is plus I group, right? Plus I group, and this chlorine is minus I group, as well as plus R group, right? So as far as this compound is concerned, the minus I group will increase the stability of carboxylate ion that is going to be generated, which means this compound will preferentially become carboxylic acid alcohol. So these were the products. So COONA that contains Cl. CH2OH. So these were the products that can be expected. The next problem is, here I have parachlorobenzaldehyde and orthochlorobenzaldehyde. Now both are minus I groups, and here the minus I group operates from para position. Here in the second compound, the minus I effect operates from ortho position. As minus I effect is dependent on the distance, ortho position minus I effect will operate more efficiently than in the para position, which means this compound, if it becomes carboxylate ion, can stabilize that more. So this compound will preferentially become acid, sodium salt of carboxylic acid. The third problem. Here again I have chlorine atom at the ortho position, and in the another compound I have it in meta position. Again minus I effect operates, right? And minus I effect is more at ortho position. So this compound will preferentially become sodium salt of acid, whereas this will become alcohol. We know that. The fourth problem. Here I have methyl group attached to the ortho position and methyl group attached to the para position. As electron donating group like methyl will destabilize carboxylate ion, the methyl group which is attached to the ortho position will destabilize. So this compound will preferentially become alcohol, and this compound will have lesser electron pumping effect. That is, plus I effect will be lesser than the first one. That's why this will become preferentially sodium salt of acid, right? The fifth problem. I have parahydroxybenzaldehyde and parachlorobenzaldehyde. Now both are minus I group and plus R group, right? Both are minus I and plus R. Minus I and plus R group. But the minus I effect of chlorine, in minus I effect, okay, chlorine is more efficient than hydroxyl ion, this we know. So that is why this compound can stabilize the final carboxylate ion much better than this one. So this will become sodium salt of acid, and this compound will become alcohol. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching. Happy learning.